Okay? Hit once. No,
You guys watching this? This is in Kenya. As much as this video is troubling, we know the Chinese, that's part of the culture. They're just, most of them, not all, of course. Why you think, I mean, years ago, the laws in China, you had to only have 2 children. If you have more, they had to kill your 3rd baby. And they pay your neighbors to snitch on you. The government is just a mess. That we all know that. But so I'm not even surprised for Chinese to treat their citizens or somebody else's, another citizen, like that. Inhumane. It's not an unnatural thing. It's just becoming common. I wish and pray that the true Chinese who are true human beings, true Christians who really love humanity, that they will speak against this kind of evil and wicked behavior and practices without taking offense and being quiet and being silent. Just like me as an African and a Christian living in America, you search all my social media platform over the years, I have exposed the wickedness, the corruption, the diabolical evil plans and agendas by our leaders, whether they're political leaders or spiritual leaders. I expose them, not because I'm an African or a Christian, I have to be quiet. I expose evil, whether it comes in the skin of a black man, Chinese man, white man, period. Evil must be exposed. We who are considered the good and decent citizens of society, not that we're perfect, but if these kind of things can enrage you, you shouldn't keep quiet whether you're Chinese or African or not. When you see injustices, racism, sexism, any kind of abuse to humanity, and you have a heart, you're supposed to speak up against it, not be quiet because, oh, it's Chinese or it's African or it's white or it's black or less. No, we are human beings. And as citizens of this earth, we're not supposed to sit back and allow this to happen on our watch, on our shift. This is a Chinese man who owns a restaurant in Nairobi, Kenya. That's in Africa. He's in your country. You're working for him as literally a slave and you're being flogged. Is that not the greatest insult to you, our leaders, our brothers and sisters in Africa? Is that not the greatest insult to a human being? Can you see this happening in African man, in Kenya, an African man, in China, or in any European Western nation, having a European or Chinese man working for him and treating him as such? Are there any Chinese? Are there any Africans in Europe, in China, in Japan? Tell me how they treat you there. But what's even more troubling about all of that is the Kenya brother who's filming this video and he's laughing. To me, that pains my heart even more than what the Chinese man is doing to my brother. The fact that our own brothers and sisters are watching this, filming this, and he's laughing, that he finds this funny. They should all have gang on that Chinese man and flog him, give him a dose of his own medicine. But he's filming it and he's laughing. That one hurts even to me the most than being flogged. That your own brother or sister that's supposed to come to your aid and help you out is actually laughing, finds this insulting. What does that say about our heart towards each other as Africans, as human beings? What does that say about your own heart? You know, I always say this and I will always say that Africa does not have a political, social, or economical problem. Africa has a heart problem. A heart lacking love and respect for herself and humanity. Because if that brother who's filming this and laughing in the background, if he had any kind of love and decency for his brother, he would intervene. Not sit there, watch, laugh, be entertained, and videotape it. Shame on him. Both him and the Chinese man should get the same. Both him and the Chinese man should get the same punishment. The Chinese man will be deported. Great. Because he is a citizen of Kenya, the black dude, he cannot be deported, but he needs to be punished. It's like you watching somebody being raped, and you videotape and you laughing. Are you not what's the word? An assassin? Excuse me. What's the word I want to use? Somebody help me. Are you not an accomplice to rape? Watching somebody commit a crime, are you not an accomplice without intervening and trying to help or call the police He's sitting there laughing. He probably sitting there laughing because he probably also an employee and he wants to save his own butt and save his own job. So he's afraid to say something, so he laugh and videotape it.
Faster, no beat, no beat. Okay? Hit once. No beat.
See the Kenyan man out there laughing. And this is the name of the Chinese restaurant in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya. I think the Africans, it's time for us to rise up. We are too complacent and we are so easy to forgive. We just forgive. You cannot allow somebody to come to your country and insult you. Hire you as a bus boy, a restaurant boy, and then if you did something wrong, he flog you. For him to even do that, that means there's no law in the country. Does that mean that's how other Kenyan treat other Kenyans? Is that how Africans treat Africans, period? It's evident. I'm sure I can find videos of other African employees doing the very same thing, if not worse, to their fellow Africans. This is what happens when we ill-treat each other. We shouldn't expect outsiders to treat us any better than how we treat ourselves. We should not expect, like many, even in Black America, in America, the blacks will say, oh, the man did this and the man did that, and racism and sexism and colonialism. And yes, all of those things are bad and are evil. But we cannot expect the white man, the Chinese man, any man to treat us any better if we're not treating ourselves. If we are ill-treating and disrespecting and dishonoring and shaming ourselves, we shouldn't expect somebody else to treat us any better. Until Black lives and African lives begin to matter to Africans and to Blacks, we shouldn't expect it to matter to anyone else, whether in the continent or outside. This is Dagnetw Strikes Again. Thank you.